wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Duggan. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Duggan will look to throw this. He'll dump this off to Cook. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. He's to the 15, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mills and the Texans now come up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Oh, man, coming off a great-looking year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Going for it with Pierce. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays. It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's Duggan to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Gets through, and now an opening. Still on his feet, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. The Texans had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Steelers 7, Texans 0.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go now. Go.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Duggan. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Duggan looking to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Cook. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Max Duggan. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0.
Texans 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They work now on 2nd and 9. Mills to throw it. hitter here. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Off the play fake, Mills. And he slings one that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, here's Pierce. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us what...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Andy Isabella. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go. Check. Check.
They go again with Pierce. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Herbig in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Hand off right side to Pierce. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Duggan now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Throwing, Duggan. Completes it to Austin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this sequence won't do any favors to his rushing totals as they get him behind the line again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry up. Hand off left side, Pierce. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Pierce gets this one running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He finds Austin complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Duggan. Austin is there and brings in another one. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Mills to throw for it on 4th. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, Dugan. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll go right back to Pierce. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go, shot. 19, Tiger, 19.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll try and run for it.
Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Give left side for Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Fairbairn good for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. Touchdown!
Pat Freiermuth
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Ready up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell.
And
this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
56, Texans 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
They find some open field, and I think the ball's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Give to Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Mills.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Texans 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the...
There he goes, left side. And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Hey, check that.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here's Pierce.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
224 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 3.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And this is Shepard on the catch.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Play action now, Mills.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.